few more?
No, I got the right one this time. Good evening. Would you please join me in asking Valerie Altoona to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Congratulations! My name is Valerie Altoona. My major is biology, and please join me to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Good job. Please remain standing as we ask Ikea Wilder to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rock his red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you.
I could just say, wow. Please remain standing for the invocation by Reverend Kathy Reicher.
Greetings. Please center with me as I bring the invocation. Still our hearts, minds, and spirits so that we will be totally present and in the moment this evening. We thank you for this is still the day that you have created, and we rejoice with the graduates for successfully completing their academic requirements. It is our request that you would bless this graduating class, but more than that, and of first importance, we desire that you would be here with us this evening, so we invoke your presence in our 47th commencement exercise. I ask on behalf of those gathered here that you would bless each one of these graduates. Give them the grace to make a difference for the good wherever they may find themselves in the years ahead. We pray that you will strengthen and encourage their hearts as they celebrate a step forward into new places with new people and new experiences. We thank you, O God, for all who have supported them on this journey, their parents, extended family members, our faculty, administrators, staff, and friends. And we pray that all that they have learned here, you would bring back to their remembrance when they need it the most. Go before them and make their pathway clear. Grant them favor with you and with others. Bless our president, Dr. Rose, for his dedicated service. Vice President Dr. Kanevi for her commitment to academic excellence. Our deans who administers in a spirit of excellence the policies and procedures with a commitment towards student progress and program completion. Bless our faculty who goes beyond contractual obligations. Revive, renew, and restore all who have played a significant role in teaching, leading, inspiring, and supporting our graduates in reaching their academic and career goals. And bless those who will be retiring this year. Continue blessings on our board of trustees and chosen freeholders. Now, God, be with us. For all that has been, we offer thanks. For all that will be, we say yes and amen. It is in the name above all other names that I pray. Amen.
All right, please be seated. Well, good evening. So before we start, let me just tell you, this is the largest number of graduates we have ever had in one room, any time ever. Yesterday, we started adding one row in the back, then a second row in the back, then a third row in the back, and you guys just kept coming and coming and coming. There was more of you. So we are really glad that so many of you decided to come out tonight. Because, it's optional. You still get your diploma if you don't come to graduation. But it's a big deal if you do come, so we're really happy that you did. Because just to let you in on something, this is as big a night for us as it is for you. We work all year to get to tonight so that we could see you here and celebrate this with you. So today we are awarding 1,369 degrees and certificates to 1,088 different students. So we had a little ceremony this morning, and I say little ceremony because it was about half the number of people. So you are the big group today, and I think you're going to make some noise. I kind of get that impression here. Yeah. So, who here passed the CWE? Well, I know it's all of you. Because we're one of those old-fashioned colleges that continues to, before anybody comes in here and wears that cap and gown and comes over this stage, we are certain that you have met all of the requirements of graduation. And some other colleges don't do that, so you should feel really good that you are all here legitimately tonight. So if you look at your program, you'll see we are at the end of celebrating our 50th year at Passaic County Community College. 1968, we were founded. Classes began in 1971. We just had maybe 250 students that first year at the college. Now we're on 4 campuses, and this year we will have enrolled about 13,000 students. So in 50 years, we've come a long way. And we're glad you're here to do it with us. So look behind me. These are 39 nations where you all were born. One member of the graduating, at least one, came from each of these countries that are up here tonight. So let me just talk about some of the larger ones that were here. We have 48 of you are from the Dominican Republic. We have 42 of you from Peru. 17 from Mexico. 13 from Bangladesh. 13 from Colombia. That sounded like a whole lot more than 13 people. And 12 from Jamaica. And I will tell our Freeholder director that every single town in Passaic County is represented in this class tonight, including 364 from Patterson, 189 from Clifton, 156 from Passaic, 54 from Wayne, and the rest are all under 50, so we'll leave them alone. We have graduates getting certificates as young as 17 years old, and we have 2 graduates who are over 70 years old. And the one thing you all missed this morning was our valedictorian was 72 years old, and he did a wonderful speech. So you missed it, but I think we got some good ones tonight as well. So a little more about yourselves. 63% of you are female. All right, now the morning group didn't do too well on this, so this is one more test before you leave the college. So if 63% are female, what percent are male? All right, you graduate. You know, we don't have a math exam to leave. We only have an English exam, so. Your average GPA is 3.36, so you all know whether you did better or below the average. We have one student graduating tonight who began their studies here in 1978, 41 years ago, and now they're graduating. 4 of you began in the 1980s, 29 in the 1990s, and 160 between 2001 and 2010. Yeah. So the largest programs tonight, we have 122 of you in humanities and social science. Is that the best you can do, humanities and social science? You are the largest. All right, we have 102 in business. All right, this is going to work. 70 in criminal justice. Now this one's really going to work. 59 in human services. $33 in biology. All right, biology, good. And 60 in teacher education. That's enough. We can't go through every one. We'll be here all night. It's going to take too long. But let me just say, before we get going any further, congratulations. This is a really big deal that you're here tonight. We are really proud of what you have accomplished. So congratulations. We are very fortunate to have a group of individuals who support this college, which we call our Board of Trustees. They are people who advocate for this college, who fight for this college, and who set policies for this college. And we are just incredibly fortunate to have just an incredibly dedicated bunch of people who do that. And the chair of our Board of Trustees, and I announced this morning, he is the longest serving chair in the college's history, and I'm going to ask him to bring greetings now, is Harvey Nutter.
Good evening. You know, in my Greetings. I'm going to give you a little poem. But this poem will exemplify everything that you've done and you've gone through to get here. And I have an affinity to one of the graduates here because she came from my organization 14 years ago. And then she went to, got a internship at the One Stop. And then she's hired by the One Stop. And now, 13 years later, she's graduating from Passaic County Community College. And this is the inspiration that I'm going to talk to you about. And as I say this, I want each and every one of you to think about that and bring and just absorb it. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. But when the funds are low and the debts are high, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a fellow turns about when he might have won, but had struck out. Don't give up through the pace it seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to faint and faltering man. Often the struggle has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late when night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Successive failure turned inside out, the silver tint in the clouds of doubt. And you'll never can tell how close you are. It might be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit, when things seem it's worse, then you must not quit. Now, adding on to that, I would like to have every graduate please stand. I'm just taking chairman's pleasure. Do about face, turn around. And the people in the audience is your support. Now turn back around. Turn back around. This group over here, to your left, which is my right, make a turn. And face your left. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, to my left, and to your right, make a turn. And ladies and gentlemen, these are the people that endured you and helped you get through. Now you may sit down. And this, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Passaic County Board of Trustees, or I'm sorry, Passaic County Community College Board of Trustees, Dr. Rose and his competent staff, because of you. And what did you say the grade point average is? It's 3.6? 3.36. 3.36. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations and God bless.
And now that we've turned you all around and done all these things, was that fun? A little exercise. So let me introduce the folks who are sitting up here in the President's Party who are not going to be introduced tonight for another reason. So first we have the Vice Chair of our Board of Trustees, Barbara Tanis. Our College Counsel, Mike Cerrone. We have Trustee Tina Poe. We have Trustee Sharon Smith. We have our mace bearer, Parsha Hobson. We have our Vice President for Information Technology, Bob Mondelli. We have our Vice President for Institutional Advancement, Todd Sorber. We have our Vice President for Finance and Administration, Stephen Hardy. And we have our Vice President of the Wanacue and Passaic Centers, Pat Hardy. We are also very fortunate that we are here in Passaic County because we have got some of the best elected public officials anywhere. And why I say that is because they are so supportive of this college. And to bring greetings on behalf of our Board of Chosen Freeholders is the Freeholder Director, John Bartlett.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rose. Good evening, class of 2019. And good evening, proud families who are here with us and who are around the world. And to the other elected officials in the room, Mayor Andre Saya and Council President Marissa Davila Patterson, good evening as well. This is a ceremony that we do every year. In fact, as you heard from Dr. Rose, this is the second time we're doing it today. But this one is yours. So savor every moment of it. I'm Freeholder Director John Bartlett, and on behalf of myself and all my colleagues on the Board of Chosen Freeholders of Passaic County, congratulations. As your county government, we are proud to be continually investing in this community college. It's already an award winner, recognized as one of the finest such institutions in our region of the country. But in partnership with Dr. Rose and your trustees, your faculty and staff, we are still trying to do more. Some examples of that are visible to you right here. New admissions facilities, improved classrooms, new equipment. Others are less visible, but just as important. New academic programs, not just here, but in satellite campuses in Passaic, Clifton, and Wanacue. Partnerships with community organizations, businesses, and four-year colleges to provide more and better professional and educational opportunities for you. And our ongoing efforts as your advocates in Trenton and Washington to increase funding for community colleges and to reduce the burden of college costs and college debt for you and your families. But none of those is the most important investment that happens in this place. The most important investment is the one that you have made, each of you, in the education you received here. Your investment of time, energy, and intellect, the connections you've built with your colleagues and your teachers, long hours of study, those are the investments that will redound to your benefit for the rest of your lives. And that, by the way, is what I hope you take away as the key lesson of your time here at Passaic County Community College. It's your personal investment of time and energy in whatever you do that will change your life. Everything that comes after tonight will be a reflection of your investment in it. And with that in mind, I want to share two brief guidelines for everything that comes after today. I had the privilege of attending an excellent college and law school, but these two lessons, more than the fancy degrees on my wall, are what brought me to where I am now, standing in front of you on this stage. First, no matter how small the job seems, give it all you've got. Now that sounds like the kind of thing you hear in a speech like this. Always give it your best. But it's not always that easy. As you move into your career in the coming years, you're going to be asked to do some menial tasks: filing, alphabetizing, the prep work or cleanup work for your boss, whether it's in a business boardroom or a busy restaurant kitchen. You will resent it. You'll think it's beneath you. You'll think it's a hindrance to get where you're trying to go, but in fact, it's an opportunity. Because from the standpoint of your career, there are no small tasks. Being the person your boss and your colleagues can count on for quality work, no matter how tedious, will be what opens doors and creates opportunities for you. Do a half-assed job, and that'll be your reputation. Excel, even at what's tedious and unglorious, and that will be your reputation. Here's an example. Very early in my career, I was part of a team of lawyers whose job it was to train other lawyers to protect voting rights on Election Day. The other lawyers on the team were very senior to me. They did the big stuff. Their names and their law firms' names were on front of the binders that we handed out to all the participants. Almost 200 pages of material for each lawyer we trained. And me, I was responsible for one page in that binder. My page summarized one obscure provision of federal law where the rules for someone who registered before 2002 were different from the rules for someone who registered to vote after 2002. It was not my most glorious moment. I was not particularly excited about it. I was a hotshot young lawyer with a degree from Harvard. I wanted it to be like on Law and Order. When I walk in the room, you get that dum-dum sound. But I gave it my all, and my one little page opened doors. The Democratic Party decided that that little provision of federal law might be important to the outcome of the next presidential election in New Jersey, so they sent me to Chicago for more training and asked me to work for them on Election Day. And 4 years later, when the Great Recession hit and I lost my job, I landed on my feet because one of the lawyers I'd impressed with my one little page remembered my work and hired me. I ended up working on cases for the Democratic National Committee and developing a law practice that has included a United States Senator and many other public officials among my clients. All that from one little page in a big binder. Being that person who can always be counted on, who doesn't have to be supervised to get things right, who invests in even the smallest tasks, as you go through your career, that will be what opens the next door for you. Lesson number 2, never stop networking and find ways to keep in touch with the people that you meet. Just like you never know which menial task will distinguish you, you never will know what random personal or professional contact might change the course of your life. This is my wife's story. 1997. Some of you were alive in 1997, right? 1997, my wife's in grad school. She's not even my wife yet. And I'm working in Washington, D.C., and we get invited to give a presentation at a student conference in Boston, a conference on grassroots activism for students of color. So we schlepped up to Boston. We've invested time in our presentation, money in our trip, brought copies of books and materials that we liked. Well, the conference was a bust. 3 people showed up to our presentation. 3 people. But one of them was a student from the University of Connecticut who liked what my wife had to say about race and religion in the South Asian community. So he invited her to come to Connecticut the next semester and give a speech. And there she met a few other young scholars in her field, and they kept in touch. Fast forward 4 more years. My wife finishes her doctorate degree, and wouldn't you know it, one of the people she's impressed in Connecticut was then at Columbia University in New York City. So my wife's first job out of grad school was teaching in the Ivy League at the Center for the Study of Ethnicity and Race at Columbia University, all because of a connection at a failed conference that led to another connection that led to another. We could not have foreseen that in a million years, but it changed the course of our lives. Sitting here today, you don't know who that connection will be for you. You don't. You might think you do, but you still don't. It might be the classmate sitting next to you. It might be your favorite professor. It might be your least favorite professor. It might be someone at your mosque, church, or temple whose name you don't even know yet. It might be a totally random person who pings through your life for a moment. Maintain those connections. Care for all those tiny threads that tie you to the people that come into your life. And keep connected with us here in Passaic County, too. Stick around, and if you go away, come back, because we're some of the connections for you, too, and we want to succeed together. And we are so proud of you today. Congratulations.
For 2 years in a row, Passaic County Community College has the distinct pleasure of 2 valedictorians at the evening ceremony. Tonight, I have the honor to introduce to you two phenomenal ladies, both of whom have earned perfect 4.0 GPAs. The first co-valedictorian you will meet tonight is Wara Laura. She was born in Bolivia and came to Patterson 6 years ago. Interestingly, Wara's brother is here tonight participating in this very ceremony. They are both receiving AS in Applied Computer Science degrees, although her brother Sergio completed his degree requirements in December of 2018. Sergio, I know you're over here somewhere. Would you stand, please?
Just stand.
Ah, there. Laura is a PTK student and a member of the honors program. When she came to the U.S., she did not speak English. She started at PCCC as an English language studies student. In both her ELS and for her AS degree courses, she has received only A's. So let's think about this for a moment. Wara's native language is Spanish, that's one. Her second language is English, that's two. As a computer programming student, she has mastered at least 4 programming courses here, which means she has learned 6 languages. 5 of those languages she learned in the past 7 years. That is not an easy feat. Laura plans to pursue her bachelor's degree and hopes to attend Stevens Institute of Technology. She has already been accepted to Rutgers Newark. Her long-term goal is to work in the field of artificial intelligence, and she is well on her way this summer. Laura will be joining Dr. Arnaldo Diaz at the University of Pennsylvania, Perelman School of Medicine in the Research Training Program. Congratulations to Laura, Sergio, and their parents who are here with us today. Please stand and be acknowledged. I don't see it.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. Rose, Dr. Kenivi, Board of Trustees, faculty members, administrators, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Today is a day to be inspired and to be thankful. It is such an honor to deliver this year's valedictorian speech for me to all of you. We made it, guys. We made it through endless nights at the library studying for our exams, through weeks of physics and calculus homeworks, through days of research papers for our composition and history classes, and even though through those long lines of waiting at the financial aid department every semester. Those were long lines. But we made it. But this graduation is only the beginning for another successful journey for us. Tonight, I want to thank all of our parents and those who have supported us throughout this journey. And I want to especially thank my mother, Roxana de la Barra, who came all the way from Bolivia for tonight's ceremony. Gracias, mami. Te amo y gracias por todo el apoyo que me das. I also want to thank my father, Franz Laura, my aunt, Wilma Myrick, and my brother, Sergio Terrico, who is graduating with us tonight. These people have supported me at all times, and I will be eternally grateful for them. Thank you. I also want to thank all my professors who have been available for us all the time, answering our questions, responding our angry emails at the end of every semester, and teaching us with patience. I do not want to single out any of you professors because all of you have been amazing. And I'm so thankful for you, all your dedication that you put at teaching us. Thank you. And I, of course, want to thank all my friends, because here at PCCC, I found those friends that will last me for the rest of my life. They have been by my side doing homework, preparing for exams, having fun once in a while, and even though not all of them have been always patient, they have been always there. Thank you all. Tonight, I do not intend to stand in front of you and give you a traditional valedictorian speech and talk about all my struggles and achievements here at the school, because all of us have struggles. And although we do not have the same problems or face the same adversities, we do share the same feelings that comes through with our problems. So tonight, I would like to offer you a different speech, one that involves the reality of many of us. 6 years ago, I decided to come to the United States of America all by myself. A year later, my sister joined me. 3 years ago, I was fortunate enough to regulate my legal status in this country, which allowed me to attend college. Today, I'm so fortunate to finish my associate degree in computer science. But my sister, she didn't have the same luck. Sorry. She's currently detained at the Immigration Detention Center. I promised I wasn't going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Her only crime was the same than mine, and it was to dream for a better future. I decided to stand in front of you tonight and share my personal story because I know I'm not the only one. And I want to convey to all of you that even though we're living at an age where undocumented immigrants and refugees are seen as criminals, it is not true. We are regular people, people who can dream, fight, work hard, and become the valedictorian of the class. People who decided to come to the United States of America with a dream, the immigrant dream. Yes, the immigrant dream and not the American dream, because each one of us makes America. And we are all immigrants, no matter which generation we are. You can be the first, second, third, fourth generation, or even if you lost track which generation you are. We are all immigrants. Look around you right now. We all come from different cultures, different backgrounds, and different traditions. And that's why America is a country of immigrants, and that's why America is already great. Therefore, I want you to embrace your status and keep fighting for your dreams, even when you feel unincluded, or even when people doubt about your intelligence because of your accent. Because your abilities are not dictated by where we come from. Our abilities are earned by our hard work. So take your future in your hands and fight for your dreams. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." So, class of 2019, let's keep moving forward until you can close your eyes and say, "They told me I couldn't, so I did it." Congratulations, class of 2019. We made it. Thank you.
Tonight's second valedictorian is Carolyn Lindner, a December 2018 graduate of PCCC and a PTK member who is receiving her Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts degree in psychology. She is here with her parents and her brother Mike, who graduated from Stockton University on May 10th. Carolyn is attending Caldwell College, where she continues to study psychology. She initially started her college career at Rowan University. She arrived at drop-off day, moved into her dorm, and spent only one night there. She came home the next day. The following spring, Carolyn started at our Wanacue campus as a psychology major. It turns out that Rowan's loss is our gain. Carolyn was inspired to study psychology by two people, her great aunt, who is a psychologist, and her step-grandmother. Carolyn's long-term goal is to be a neuropsychologist, which she learned about while watching her step-grandmother recover from a stroke. Aside from psychology and excellent academics, Carolyn is a passionate softball player and a loyal Mets fan. Although her favorite player is Daniel Murphy, who was recently traded to the Colorado Rockies. She roots for Mets left fielder Brendan Nemo. Her uncle is shortstop Brian Lindner, who broke baseball records at William Patterson and played for the Seattle Mariners. Carolyn finds the sport of baseball and softball very strategic, requiring a lot of focus, concentration, and tactical foresight. As a fan, she is currently on the baseball stadium pilgrimage with her mother, having already gone to games in the Northeast, heading south and west over the next few weeks. To Carolyn, when she looks at her GPA of 4.0, she actually sees a baseball statistic that reveals the ultimate perfection of the ideal batting average. Congratulations, Carolyn, and to her brother, Mike, as well. And I want to acknowledge the Lindner family. I know they're in the audience here somewhere. There they are.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Carolyn Lindner, and it is my pleasure to be standing here before you at Passaic County Community College's commencement ceremony of 2019. I want to welcome all the friends and family, staff and administration, Dr. Rose, Dr. Kanivi, graduates, members of the Board of Trustees, and all in attendance tonight. Congratulations to my fellow graduates on conquering such an incredible milestone. I would like to give a personal congratulations to my co-valedictorian, Wara, on her amazing accomplishment. I personally commend and respect you for your hard work and dedication to your degree. I would like to thank a few people. I would first like to thank the administrative team for giving me this amazing opportunity. It has been a blessing being a student at PCCC. I would also like to thank all of the professors and staff that helped me achieve what I have thus far. I would like to personally thank Professor Rader for helping me prepare for my speech. I hope I'm making you proud so far. I would like to give special thanks to Dr. Murphy and Professor Jakulich, who are in attendance tonight. Don't worry, Professor Jakulich. I won't let people know how much you love being called Dracula. On a real note, Professor Jakulich showed me that learning and pursuing your degree can be enjoyable. It doesn't always have to be stressful. For anyone who knows me, they know that anxiety and stress is a huge part of my life, which I struggle with every day. For anyone here who doesn't know me, you now know by how red my face is probably getting. Professor Jakulich, you showed me that not everything has to be serious and stressful. Letting loose, messing around, and just having fun will bring you farther than anxiety ever will. Dr. Murphy, I would like to thank you for how much you inspired me to pursue a psychology degree. In the short time I spent with you at PCCC, you showed me that hard work and dedication can bring you so far in life. I was unsure of what I wanted to pursue as my career. However, you showed me that the field of psychology has so much to offer, and I cannot thank you enough for that. I would lastly like to thank my friends and family. To my friends, thank you for relieving my stress when needed and getting me out of the house when all I could think about was what my grade would be on the upcoming test. To my aunts, uncles, grandparents, cousins, and all of my extended family, thank you for pushing me and encouraging me along the way. I would like to give specific thanks to my friend Christina, who's in attendance tonight. My cousin Chris, and my best friend Cookie, who is currently in Mississippi. Mom, Dad, and Mike, I would like to give you guys the biggest thanks of all. Mike, you may not know it, and will probably tell me I'm lying when we get home, but you are one of my biggest inspirations. Growing up with an older brother like you is a true honor, except when you come upstairs to my room and body slam me into my bed. Despite that, watching you graduate high school, thriving in college, and recently graduating from Stockton is such a huge inspiration. You may not think what you do is incredible, but you have inspired me and I've looked up to you all my life. Mom, I do not know where to start with you. I am truly honored to call you my mother. You have fought for me and never gave up on me. The bond we have is unbreakable. Without you, I truly do not know where I would be. You have helped me conquer my fears in all aspects of life. Getting my associate's degree was just one of many things you helped me get through. Whether it was simple things like reading my papers and waiting for my grades to come back, or more difficult things like helping me get through the day with my head on my shoulders and trying to increase my self-confidence, I thank you for everything. Now, Dad, you are truly one of a kind. For those who have no clue who my dad is, he is the most sarcastic, outgoing, fun-loving person I have ever met. If you knew I wasn't so nervous up here, you would know who he was, because he'd be the only person standing up making faces at me. Dad, you showed me that I'm stronger than any obstacle that comes my way. You have supported me everywhere I've gone, except that one softball game in high school where you couldn't find the field. No, I will never let you forget that one. You have truly given me inspiration to keep fighting, and there are not enough words in my vocabulary to thank you for that. I will now tell one quick story of how PCCC has helped change my life. While everyone in my senior class of high school was touring college campuses, putting in applications, and getting excited for the next step in life, I was struggling to get through the day. I had sunk into a hole that I believed I would never come out of. Despite my excellent grades and love for learning, I had no motivation to look into colleges because I didn't think I could achieve such a huge accomplishment. I reluctantly enrolled at Rowan University and acted as if I was happy and ready for this next step. I was dropped off on move-in day and made it a whole 4 hours before breaking down and telling my parents to come get me. My dad always makes a joke that his car didn't even have time to cool down after the drive home until he had to come back in the car to come get me. I took that semester off and was dragged to work with my dad every day. I decided to enroll in classes at PCCC in the spring of 2017. I was still in a hole, but was doing everything I could to better myself. I walked in the building the first day of classes and actually got lost. Now, I went to the Wanacue campus, which is about the size of my house, so that's nearly impossible, but that puts into perspective how frightened I was to start something new. Anyway, class by class went by, and I slowly was digging my way out of that enormous hole that I fell into. I thrived each semester, and I gained some confidence in myself back. I truly do not believe that would have happened if I was away at any other college. PCCC not only set me up for future academic and career opportunities, but it gave me my life back. I don't want to turn this ceremony into a sob fest, even though my mom is definitely crying in the audience right now. My point of this story is that PCCC gave me opportunities that I never thought I could have. Even though my fellow graduates may not have experienced the exact same thing I have, they all have their own stories. PCCC has helped all of us grow in some way. I'm honored to have gotten my associate's degree from such an amazing institution. No matter which direction we go in life, we all can thank PCCC for giving us new experiences and opportunities. Congratulations, class of 2019. I wish you all the best of luck in everything you do. I will just leave everyone with a quote by Bradley Whitford before I go. Take action. Every story you've ever connected with, every leader you've ever admired, every puny little thing that you'll ever accomplish is the result of taking action. You have a choice. You can either be a passive victim of circumstance, or you can be the active hero of your own life. Thank you.
Will the candidates for the Associate in Arts degree please stand? Mr. President, it is a pleasure for me to present these candidates for the Associate in Arts degree. On behalf of the faculty, I certify that these candidates have met all of the requirements for their degrees, and I ask that you confer upon them the Associate in Arts degree.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the Board of Trustees granted by the State of New Jersey, I do hereby confer upon you the Associate in Arts degree with all the rights, privileges, and perquisites thereunto appertaining. And I'd like to ask Chairman Nutter and Freeholder Bartlett to come join me.
Carolyn Lindner. Miosha Dozier. Good. Catherine Urena. Sarah Woodson. Good. We good? Randy Carino Vaquero. Renzo Nava. Stephanie Guzman. Jamilka Mendez. Jose Jerez Vilota. How do I? Sharon Ramkasun Bolai. Linda Ramirez. Hey, Ehsan Ahmad. Dylan Tamayo. All right, we're not getting the. How do I do? Got you. Valerie Bengolea Castellon. Brianna Billings. Yasmin Rosario. Mohammed Hamad. Alnisa Alston. Janelle Lewis. Monique Jordan. Parvis Orlando Polanco. Villa del Peña. Ebony Williams. Luz Contreras. Madam Alachan. Wait, too fast. Sardis Cruz Perez. Oh, this is fast. Odalis Sarzo. Jennifer Espinal. Karen Rueda. Christy Fernatcola. Christine. Well, yeah, Christine. Are we good? Angeli Cabada. Marvin Espana. You. Hamza Zaidan. Is it Roman? Marvin Roman. Chris Shuto. Anderson Ferreira. Jeline Ayala. Vanessa Granada. Ashley Torres Guerrero. Okay. Thank you. Hilmeida Cruzeta Espinal. Michael Tyler. Evan George. Shakira Chapman. Oh, no, it says Shakira Chapman. Shakira, oh boy, she didn't like that. Kiana Rodriguez. Oh, I got one more. Is it? Kyla Wells. Hudil Alasafar. Michaela Higby. Leoneri Diaz. I'm trying. And Amy Felice. Giovanna Chunga. Melissa Ayala. Candida Ogando. Kelly Romero. Evelise Carrero. I know you. Eric Amaro. Silvana Perez Gonzalez. Alba Vidal. Andrea Lopez. Lisette Pena. Jacqueline Ziso Vasquez. Sofia Soran. Shakira Kisajara. Shasha Rodriguez. Kaylee Rose Valencia. Stephanie Terrero. Jeanette Suarez Bravo. Diana Vargas. Sorry. Alec Bento. Eliza Berrocal. Wanda Gonzalez. Rebecca Gonzalez. I know her. Erica Russelman. Mitzi Morgan. Azai Larkin. Aisha Sulejmani. I know you. Alan Tiberto. Ooh. Anijah Slusser. Leslie Burgos. Ariel Lyons. Joanna Ramirez. Diana Rodriguez. Oh, hey. Angel Lewis. Angel Lewis Cazada. Caro Brown. Jessica Alonso. Hey. Nakira Earl. Efra Latif. Hey. Luis Sevillano. Desiree Denise Aponte. Hey. April Lynn Sanson. Christian Arriaga. How do I? Alat Abdahag. Christopher Risco. Ordisa Reyes. Danya Rodriguez. Romarlene Angeles. Hello. And I say Romina Franco. Jennifer Greco. Kellen Hegamine. Tarji Cummings. Ibekel Madrigal. Vanessa Gonzalez. Brianna Ruiz. Anthony Toscano Hines. Daisy de Dios. Tanusri Das. Blanca Pimentel. Oh. Raimeri Abreu Mercedes. Beatrice Colon. Martina Frasca. Hey, don't you? Here we go. I don't even know that. Kaylee Hunt. Oops, what do we got there? Rachel Bakunis. Amber Joy Tenkate. Marissa King. Elizabeth Delgado. John Carlos Hernandez. Jeffrey Ferez Valle. Naima Artigig. Tamara Jackson. Genesis Natalie Gonzalez. Mijael Figueroa. That's what he had. Victor Vargas. Nana Ichenfoyo Yoboya. You want to think I was saying Aquila Byers. Dolores Hunt. Mariah Ramos. Or Maria Ramos. Tyler Don Morales. Mabel Espinoza. I know her. Andres Herrera. Catherine Perez. Leah Sujanos. Mark Losierra. Cicero. Screwing up. Yolshim Bell. Oh, hey. Hi up. Gina Matarazzo. Danielle Durant. Taylor Russo. Gianmarco Velasquez. Wait. Brianna Capri Rosario. Okay. Nikayla Nelson. Jennifer Zuniga. Hunter Enriquez. Wait. Carmen Zambrana. Sheila Rivera. Louis Joseph Albanese III. Thomas Cunningham. Chantal Fuse. Kareem Lazarus. Renee Ortiz. Tessa Lugares. Saray Calderin. Iman Aude. That's close, I know. Isha Sanchez. Tiffany Ospina. Dominic Perino. Hey. Zanaya Thomas. Just Reem? Reem Salam. Oh, gosh. Victoria Cabanillas. How do you say your last name? Brittany Gamara. Imani Okendo. Brian Gordon. Okay, help me. Aracena. Sena. Jarleni Gomez Aracena. Renzo Cuestas. Sean Coldiron. Johannes Espina. Hi. Wanda Di Santiago. Carol Espinoza. Angelica Cepeda. I give to you. That's it? Done.
Associate in Arts graduates, move your tassels to the left and be seated. Will the candidates for the Associate in Science degree please stand? Mr. President, it is a pleasure for me to present these candidates for the Associate in Science degrees. On behalf of the faculty, I certify that these candidates have met all of the requirements for their degrees, and I ask that you confer upon them the Associate in Science degree.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the Board of Trustees granted by the State of New Jersey, I do hereby confer upon you the Associate in Science degree with all the rights, privileges, and perquisites thereunto appertaining.
Congratulations. Wonderful speech. Are we good? Are we ready? Good? Wara Laura. Valerie Altoma. You did a wonderful job singing. Aquia. Aquia Wilder. Nikari Garcia. Yolanda Ortiz. Carlene Benitez. Christina Aponte. There it is. Jessica Panameno. Awilda de los Santos. Lali Perez Mendez. Melissa Santana. Ariadna Garcia. Johan Valderrama. Felicia Brown. Delicia Berti. Kenny Juarez. Malik Mazon. Omar Montoya Suarez. Luisa Russo. Teresa Ramos. Jennifer Mariani Rodriguez. Placido. Diana Placido. Carmen Rodriguez. Amber Rodriguez. Justine Ruiz. Jenny Abreu. Nicholas Edward Sanders. Tanita Gainey. Kathian James. Veronica Sopranes. Eva Marie Rios. Cecilia Sanders. Josiel Martinez. Alexia. Ideas. Paola Arias Batista. Leonardo Gonzalez. Shiaka Gittins. Dominique Smith. Daisy Correa. Tujan Taher. Doria Awari. Cleon Bryan. Rosemary Saldana. What's the last name? Karima Bencharu. Mariela Suarez. Maria Gill. Daniel Stahl. Ali Tejalu. Clever Macias. Eduardo Perez. Ismael Ramirez. Barbara Pujols. Mecca Harris. Jamie Guerrero. Linda McCarthy. Jessica. Oh, Jessica Jorge. Betsy Herrera. Maria Magdalena Cruz. Marisol Sanz. Hang on. Yasmin Garcia. Miriam Candela Desenor. Hanif Golab. Isam Adari. How do you say it? Fernando Leva. Sheila C. Perez Montilla. Karen Valencia. Kendra Valencia. Yeah. Is it the same? Oh, yeah. Andrea Paz. Mary Anoa. You gotta slow down. Jasmine Madison. Aram J. Christian Arias. Melissa Minaya. How do we? Kiara Morvahill. How do you do it? Elizabeth Okoko. Jocelyn Gallardo. Freddie Gallardo. Franklin Ortiz. Hang on one second. Cornelius Wallace. How do you, Mario? Say again? Mario Giraldo. Torico? Sergio Torico. Dane Barnett. Charles Gabriel. Dorothy Denise Evans. Nicole Malikwa Walford. Daniela Santana. Chowdhury Manaz. Garrett Tennyson. Wait, don't go yet. Oh, Naquan. Hey, Naquan McDowell. Bertram Nipper. Emmanuel Serrano. Amarantha Figueroa. Daniela Torada. Shantae Chestnut. Okay, Madeline Jaramillo. Catherine Vasquez. Mariana Navarrete. Veronica Lebron. Janelle Gonzalez Batista. Maria Choi. Rosa Huaman. Hashaya Brown. Trinesia Cox. Shay White. Armando Vaquero. Adrian Arias. Nicholas Moulette. Manar Osman. Waad Mustafa. How do you do it? Freddie Ahmad. Bashir Mahmoud. Omar Hajar. Abdulaziz Atakalde. Sam Kakish. Jonathan Toribio. Carolyn Peralta. Noel Milner. Nicole Charity. Hey, how you doing? John Garcia. Emmanuel Guzman. Aslahan Gozkaman. Rubina Begum. Samar Abdallah. Somai Duga. I'm not going to be able to do that. Maria Berrio. Nancy Sapp Belton. That's getting hard. Akelia Graham. Daisy Reyes. Destiny Correa. Trisha Antone. Samantha Bristol. Maurizio Perea. Is your last? Can't read that. Vicky Beal. Wendella Canty. Sarika Harriet. Cody Barton. Felix E. Rodriguez. Niorca Mendez. Kevin Tavares. Molly Stevens. Mark Medina. Michael Sanchez. Shavana Powell. Sinead Corbett. Alma Brajo. Kamer Botero. Felix Paraga. Faisal Swade. Semele Rosa. I got that one. Donna Clemente. Ana Gonzalez. Jennifer Montoya. How you doing? Sarah Wilson. Lashana Malone. Ashley Nicole Simonelli. Natalia Diaz. Mahendra Bokal. Luz Contreras. Miriam Wangari. Neil Macias. Jorge Palacios. Dorothy Singletary. Lupita El Gaspar. Gabriela Ortuno. Beverly Robinson. Carol Madera. How you doing, man? Andy Pareles. Love your first name. Peace Okoko. Rima Akash. Kelvin Ascato. Brenda Noriega. There we go. Lena Baza. Am I done? Did you say not yet?
Associate in Science graduates, move your tassels to the left.
Please be seated. Yeah. So I just wanted to acknowledge that as we return to the stage, we have many people watching this who are not in this room right now. We have people in rooms all throughout the college, and we have people all over the world watching this since we're live streaming it. So why don't we all say hello to everybody who's not in the room. Well, we have somebody in the room who's very special to us here at the college. He's been part of this family for many, many years, teaching on Saturday mornings. He's worked full-time for us. But last May, he did this little thing. He became mayor of the city of Patterson. And he is here tonight, so I'm going to ask him to come up and say a few words. Mayor Andre Saya.
Was that the Superman theme? It was. I heard Lois Lane is watching, so I better be good. I feel more like Clark Kent right now. First of all, let's have a round of applause for the best college president on the planet, Dr. Steve Rose. You know, they call Bruce Springsteen the boss, but he's the only boss around here. I promise to be brief because I don't want to stand in the way of your celebration, especially if you have plans to go to Applebee's for their 2 for $20 special. For all the Spanish speakers here, muy buenas noches, damas y caballeros. Bienvenidos a todos Hoy estoy muy feliz. Y pa'lante. To my Muslim friends, Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. We're going to break your fast really soon, so I'll be quick. I still got time. I think it's like 8:14 for iftar. I know we're all ready to go. Are we? I have a last question for you. How many of you have taken a final exam in the last 2 weeks? Okay. Well, I have seemingly bad news for you, because that's not the final exam you're going to take. Because life is full of exams. You are going to be tested every step of the way. If you choose to get married, that is an exam in and of itself. If you choose to have children, that is an exam in and of itself. I thought I heard somebody say, I know that's right. I know that's right. Whatever career you choose, that is an exam in and of itself. Being the mayor of Patterson, I am tested every day. That is an exam in and of itself. But my advice to you is, when you know you have an exam, what do? You study. And when you wake up every day, you're trying to get an A. Is that correct? I didn't always get A's. Sometimes I got F's. But I got my act together, Dr. Rose. I went to community college and got A's, and Seton Hall and Columbia and got some A's. And every day as mayor, I'm trying to get an A for all of you. Got to make that effort. You got to study. So I started off by giving you seemingly bad news, but I'm going to leave you with some good news. Today, all of you earned an A. Congratulations, class of 2019.
I just wish he was a little more enthusiastic. You got to get the energy level up a little. It's just not right there. Hi, everybody. First, I want to thank Professor Alan Mitnick, who read your names tonight. Great job. And I think we did it before, but I think we need to do it again. Let's thank our faculty over here for... Come on, faculty. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, and let's thank our administrators on this side over here, and let's have them stand up. All right. Well, we heard some pretty great messages tonight. Your two valedictorians were exceptional, so let's let them know that. And I think you heard a lot of themes tonight. I think you all know this is just the beginning for all of you. This wasn't easy for a lot of you. I know a lot of you out here, and I know this has been tough. You guys have worked hard. Some of you are parents out here, I know. Some of you work full-time while going to school. Yes, I see a lot of heads. Yeah, I see a lot of heads nodding. That's tough, and that prepares you. That prepares you for a lot of things because, most of you did not do this the easy way. Most of you worked really hard to get here tonight. As you heard me before, there's a couple of people who started in the 70s, 80s, 90s. It took a while. Just a couple of years. That's okay too. But you've all worked really hard to get here tonight. And as you heard from our Freeholder director, as you heard from your valedictorians, you got a lot more to do. I know you're all going to continue your education because that's important. And here's the bit of advice: keep going, don't stop. If you stop for a couple of years, it gets a lot harder. So let's just, I see heads nodding there too. Let's keep going, keep doing things. You heard the Freeholder director talk to you about, helping your community here in Passaic County. Hey, hopefully you feel we've done a lot for you. You need to pay it forward. You need to, all these people in the community who could benefit from an education here. You need to go encourage them, tell them about your experience. And one of the best things you can do is get more people to continue their education. You all know, you're college graduates now. Only about 30% of the adults in this country are college graduates. That puts you into a pretty exclusive club. And you need to take advantage of that. You heard me when I said those words before. You got rights, you got privileges, you got all those things. You got a lot of responsibility now. And I know that every one of you is capable of doing absolutely great things. We are extremely proud of you, and congratulations.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask Reverend Dr. Randall Lassiter to come forward and give the benediction. I ask the audience to please remain standing for the benediction and remain in their seats until the academic procession has left the hall. And I also ask that the mace bearer lead the procession out of the gym.
Let us pray. Now unto him who's able to keep us from falling and present us faultless before his throne with glory and exceeding joy. To the only wise God be majesty, power, and dominion, both now and forevermore. And the people of God said, Amen. God bless you.
They say it's all been done. I was lightning before the thunder.
Thunder, 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 thunder,
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, thunder. Kids were laughing in my classes while I was scheming for the masses. Who do you think you are? Dreaming about being a big star. They say you're basic, they say you're easy. You're always riding in the backseat. Now I'm smiling from the stage while you were clapping in the nosebleeds.
thunder, 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 thunder,
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.